Okay, let's focus our attention on the Bitcoin world and where the certain opportunities might lie for investors. Matt Harry is a fund manager at DigitalX, and it's great to have him every single week here. Welcome back, mate, to Ticker News. How are you today?
Good morning, Adrian. I'm very well. It's great to be back.
Of course. So let's get into this for our Friday morning. What's the latest that you're seeing in the world of digital assets? What do we need to know?
Well, as you said there, Bitcoin did pop a little higher overnight, about 2.5%. But in a general sense, we are seeing consolidation under all-time highs around 60,000 US dollars. But this is a very cyclical market, so Bitcoin consolidating itself has actually allowed the what we would call first-tier alternative digital assets to rally over the past week. So we've seen very good performances from the likes of Ripple, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We also saw some very big news this week out of Morgan Stanley, who have applied to the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States to have Bitcoin added to their 12 mutual funds. So that's direct Bitcoin investment and also investment in Bitcoin funds. So much like the fund that DigitalX runs here in Australia. So very, very positive news. And also other stuff that we're looking at is on-chain data. So just to explain briefly what that means is one of the beautiful parts about Bitcoin is it's based on a blockchain. And you can query the Bitcoin blockchain and you can see exactly what the largest holders or the smart money are doing. And at the moment, those large wallets are actually accumulating more Bitcoin, and they're actually accumulating on unprecedented levels. And further to that, they're shifting those Bitcoin holdings into long-term storage facilities. So what that means is the smart money, or the largest holders, are very happy still buying Bitcoin here at 60,000 US dollars, and they're not looking to sell anytime soon. So it bodes very, very well for longer term price action.
Let's look at the energy consumption of Bitcoin mining. It does create a lot of conversation, of course, and there's various opinions, I guess, out there. What's the latest here, and how do you see this playing out?
Yeah, look, I think there's a couple of things to consider around energy consumption. So I don't think it's ever about the amount of energy that's being consumed. It's more about the source of that energy. And given that one of the major cost inputs into Bitcoin mining is electricity, the miners are always on the hunt for cheaper electricity. And in many parts of the world, renewables are becoming cheaper than fossil fuel-based energy. So we're seeing a real migration of Bitcoin mining towards renewable energy. Around 40% of Bitcoin mining currently is based on renewables. And it's estimated that around 75% of miners use some form of renewable energy. So that's one thing to consider. The second point I would like to make here is that you also need to look at that energy consumption might be replacing. So we like to talk of Bitcoin as being gold 2.0, in that it acts as a store of value asset, much like gold does. The difference being that gold mining actually chews up 2.5 times more energy than Bitcoin on an annual basis, and it's dirty energy. So comparatively, Bitcoin is a far cleaner energy, and that's not to mention things like the amount of energy that's consumed in printing and minting of traditional currencies on an annual basis as well. So in comparison, Bitcoin is a very clean technology. It's becoming more so on a daily basis. And there is one other kind of interesting thing and a point I'd like to make here, and that is that ordinarily renewable energy sources that are isolated have a lot of trouble, I guess you would say, in being accessed because they're not close to electricity grids. But one of the nice parts about Bitcoin mining is it can be done anywhere because the product can be sent over the internet. So we're seeing a lot of isolated renewable sources being unlocked by the Bitcoin mining community as they set up Bitcoin mines out in those remote areas, mine off that hydro source or whatever the case may be, and then just send the product via the internet. So relatively speaking, it is a very clean technology and it's becoming more so on a daily basis.
Yeah, interesting stuff. We were going to touch on opportunities. I'll just have to leave it there, but we'll definitely build some more conversation around potential opportunities next week. But I really appreciate you explaining the energy side of things because it is part of the conversation. A lot of detractors out there, but yeah, I haven't heard that, so I appreciate you teaching us all about the way that the energy side of things works, mate. Mate, great to have you on Ticker News again. Enjoy your day. We'll talk really soon, okay?
Fantastic. Thanks, Adrian. Bye-bye.